This is where all the magic happens. Every student that comes to the University of Zambia comes through here. Usually there is even a scare that senior students use on first year students. So welcome to Monk Square. This is the central place for UNZA politics. Anything to do with sending a message to students or communicating to students, it all happens here. So right there, that wall fence that you see, it becomes the stage. So you find that no students are gathered down there. Whoever is addressing the students stands up there, and then the message is communicated. So there's no other place that students usually agree to gather around and listen to an individual apart from Monk Square. So that's where we are, UNZA, Monk Square. So right now, schools are on recess because it's the festive season. It's like a day before we enter 2020. So obviously there are no students around. If you see any students around, most of them are on distance education and stuff like that. But usually the full-time students are at home and on break. So this is Monk Square. There's nothing political that happens around UNZA without coming through here. So just a quick fact that I might have forgotten earlier on in mentioning. These buildings that you see behind me are what is referred to as the ruins. These were the first hostels that were built when the university was built. So there is what we refer to as called the new res, and these are called ruins. And initially they were just a guys' hostels. There are no ladies hosted in this, but about 3 years ago, if not 2 years ago, they were changed. So you find that all the front side, because there are hostels in between and all over the place, it's quite big. Everything here was just for guys, so only guys were here. That's why this place is called Monk Square, because only guys were residents in these hostels. But now, about 2 years or 3 years ago, ladies were allowed to be hosted here. So you find that all this front side is hosting ladies, and then further on you find the guys. So it's no longer just the monks that are found here. They are ladies, they are momas. Momas refers to the ladies, student ladies, that's what they're called. So this is no longer just a residence for guys, it's mixed with girls and boys. So the reason for the change is this. As I already mentioned, this is a hive of UNZA politics. There's nothing political that happens without going through this place. It might look scruffy right now, but yeah, this is where all the politics happen. So they figured out to say, if only the guys stay in these residences, it's easy for them to gather themselves up and then head to the streets and cause mayhem and send a message and stuff like that. So they decided to mix it with the ladies. So you find that all this front side where the power was, it's all girls hostels, and then the guys are in the back and stuff like that. So by the time they have to come and access this wall fence, which is usually a stage, they have to go through the ladies' rooms. In as much as they do that, but it's no longer the same. The impact is no longer the same. So it was one way of diluting the impact of the monks in terms of politics. That's why there was that change. So where I'm standing is where all the magic happens. The reason why every student comes to the University of Zambia to study is because of this platform. This is referred to as the graduation square. This is where everything happens in terms of being offered your degree, master's, whatever qualification that you have come to the University of Zambia. So this is the main campus where I'm at. There's also what is referred to as the Ridgeway campus, where you find the university teaching hospital, where all medical fields usually practice from. But the graduation ceremonies still come and take place from here, the graduation square. So this is the main place. What you see behind me, this is the stage where all the vice chancellor, the chancellor are sitting. All this place is flooded with chairs of students graduating, depending on what school and day are graduating. So this is like a central place of the University of Zambia. The building that you see besides me, that is called the administration block. And then right behind this statue, the graduation statue, is the main library, the university main library. And then behind there you see that's a clinic, UNZA clinic. It's simply a referral clinic. That's what you see there is the School of Education, and then the ruins in terms of hostels, the ones that I showed you earlier. So this is behind the student center, and That building right there, that's Zanaco Bank, the only bank that is left within the premises of the University of Zambia. That sound that you hear is still a tractor mowing the lawn. Yeah. Down there is the Gomalex. So these are not hostels necessarily, these are rooms that are open to the public for rent. For example, if some parent is coming from out of town to attend the child's graduation, they would simply rent one of these rooms within UNZA. This place is called the Commonwealth. That's what this venue is. You find a restaurant and some rooms here. So it's just right next to the UNZA chapel. One view of the chapel, the student chapel, or what is commonly known as UNZA chapel. That it's a multi-denominational venue within the University of Zambia. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Stay tuned for more episodes around Zambia. I'll take you around the country once I'm done with the capital city, Lusaka. This has been MD90. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss any upload. And I'll catch you in the next episode.